Well, good evening, everyone. Welcome back to the channel. We're probably going to have a little bit of noise in the background here, but you just have to bear with it. So I was supposed to have another channel on this evening, but they haven't emailed me back yet. So, all right. Oh, you're almost always first. Wow, 17 of you waiting. How about that? I guess we're okay. Good day to all. Recession. How is YieldMax going to perform on a yield spread versus yield curve? Honestly, like the Tesla one, I think as long as Tesla stock hangs in there, I think we'll be okay. But those of you that get hung up on the yield curve, all that is to me, and correct me if you think I'm wrong, but it's just the way the interest rates are. It's going to determine the yield curve. Like if they're going up and they're expected to come down, which would indicate a recession, to me, it's not predictive. It's like a chicken or the egg argument. But of course, the yield curve is going to be inverted, as they say. It's not like that big of a deal, really. So I don't make too much of the yield curve, but I know some of you do. So there we go. Yeah, let's go. Cool name there. I did get some Beto, by the way. Oh, who's this? Finally caught a live stream before starting. CCR Toy Adventure. Do you run a channel too? We were going to have on another subscriber who also runs a YouTube channel. Yeah, maybe. But I'm here now. Yeah, we're started now. Yeah, we got the party started now. Oh, look who showed up live. I miss your kind of dry humored comments. Like you said my audiobook put you to sleep. That's good because honestly, that means I knocked out not one but two birds with one stone, because I was going to do an ASMR video that's the goal, to put people to sleep. So if the audiobook does it, then guess what? I just achieved two goals in one. So that's good. So I'm glad to hear great feedback like that. So thank you. But yeah, welcome to the live stream. TBD 301, new to the channel. Yeah, your name sounds new. Hope you subscribed. Just bought some TSLY, NVDY, APLY, and OARK. Need to pay some bills. Well, you got to wait for the dividends for that, right? When did you buy? Hopefully you bought close to the ex-dividend date. So tomorrow, and that's the topic of the video, tomorrow is a big day because we've got the AMZY fund officially going public. I know we've been waiting a long time for that one, but officially it's going to go public tomorrow. You can actually look it up, but it's at zero. So guess what? Those of you worried about it dropping, it can't drop any further from zero, right? So at least for today, we're good on that. But tomorrow it'll be public. So we'll see what it opens at. We'll know very soon here. I feel like less than 12 hours, right? So the countdown is on. All right, I guess this doesn't have emojis. Let's see. I'm at work behind the bar, but got one AirPod. Just one AirPod. Don't they have to work together? And then, yeah, let's see. You joined. Inverted. Oh, so, all right. We're going to... Sorry, I had to mute myself for a second. We're going to... So anyway, sorry about that. I told you there'd be some noise tonight. But anyway, oh, look who's on. Mr. Yap is on here, yapping away. Good evening to you. Yeah, I'm skipping around here. So my thing with the yield curve. Okay, yield curve, it's like a chicken or the egg thing. And correct me if you think I'm wrong, but honestly, when they cut interest rates, it's going to lead to an inverted yield curve anyway. Like if interest rates are higher today and they're going to be lower tomorrow, the curve is going to predict a lowering of interest rates. All right, what do we think the price of AMZY will be tomorrow? Plan to buy some with my next set of YieldMax distributions. Do we even have an idea on price? I'll have to look. It'll be somewhere between 0 and probably 20 something. That's what I would predict. What is this one? I did take a fat nap on one. Which one? Going to drop $500 in on AMZY tomorrow. That much closer to rubbing. Oh, you're back. Oh, you're the one that's into Kathy Woods in the feet. Look at you. So the more money you have, the higher the likelihood of that happening is. And I know, at least let that be a motivation to make a lot more money, right? Because the closer you get to that goal, the closer you get to other goals, right? But yeah, wouldn't that be something, right? I guess it could go for -1, right? Amazon earnings next week. Oh, wait. Yeah, that's probably what I would do too. That's right. I need to follow Amazon earnings. So I have a little bit of Amazon stock. What's this? Oh, wow, buying AMZY. A lot of you are probably going to buy tomorrow, aren't you? I think it will be in the $20 to $22 range to open. That's probably right. Oh, good evening, by the way. I like CDNs, reported good earnings, and got a pullback. Hoffman, take over the chat. You make more. What are you talking about? I make perfect sense just because I said something about the yield curve. I mean, honestly, it was inverted in 2016. Did we have a recession? No. It's been inverted other times we didn't have a recession. So I don't know. Like I said, just my opinion, you know. Okay, we got another fund to look up here. Let me see here. CDNS. Oh, Cadence Design Systems. This is a stock, right? So this is up 51% for the year. It's already inverted. When they cut, it will revert back to normal. Okay, whatever. I mean, I'm just not a big yield curve guy. But I mean, you know, by definition, we were in a recession like a year ago with 2 consecutive quarters of GDP contraction, but we changed facts on the fly. So, you know, whatever. Anyway. Oh, look who joined. Haven't seen you in a while. QYLD. Do we really have a QYLD mention? That was last year's thing. QYLD's dividend is the highest since August. I haven't looked. Is that because the fund has dropped so much? Let me see here. By the way, we might have a guest on. Let me see if they respond to me. Hold on a second here. QYLD 1786. 12.61% since the beginning of the year. The yield is 11.49%. So we'll look at that one since you mentioned it. Bought some CCD today. Any other suggestions? I'm mainly focused on these funds. I haven't bought too much else. I did buy some Beto for Bitcoin exposure. What's this one? Calamos Dynamic Convertible and Income Fund. 11% up for the. Oh, I'm sorry, 11% yield. Looks very choppy though. If you look here, it looks like you got the M shape basically. So if we look here, between January 3rd and June 6th, we were up 17%, but we've fallen off since. We're only up 3%, but it's an 11% yield. There's a ton of these with 11% yields or better, but honestly, with what these YieldMax funds are paying, as far as 50% dividends, even 30%, 70, you really can't beat that. So get more of these viewers into the Discord. We're having great chats in there. Well, hey, I've promoted the Discord several times. I haven't really looked too much into like making money off of it. I kind of like these chats here because there's always a chance for a super chat or 2 or 3. But I'll probably get Patreon going next. But I will promote this because I actually haven't looked in a couple days. Been really busy. But I try to respond to you all in there as much as I can. So the Discord, the link is in the community tab on the channel. So I'll show that in just a second here, or try to paste it here. Let's see. Oh yeah, I forgot about the Discord. Have to get in there. Let me just type this in manually. Oh look, Parker's on. I think SVOL is looking okay. Bought a small amount. Well, I sold mine. That might have been goofy, but I sold it to buy some more TSLY, which I actually, believe it or not, I used my dividend from TSLY to buy more TSLY. Now I'm not dripping into it. I actually just used the dividend to buy lower. So I timed it myself, buying at the low point today. Then it went back up. So we're actually doing pretty good. Oh, you like Kathy Woods too, huh? Of course, yeah. Got several Kathy Woods fans on here. So anyway, hold on just a second. All right. It's been a few days, but have to work with what I can, I wanted to get one out because I'm not going to get one out tomorrow and Wednesday. I don't want to leave you all hanging for a week or so, So anyway, let me check if this other channel has responded to me. Oh, Clip. Yeah, there's no money in the account to buy Clip right now. So I made a kind of a game time decision where I wanted to basically, I figured I would get a slightly better dividend from more TSLY. So I just went ahead and bought more TSLY. I looked at Clip today, but plus TSLY is cheaper. So, that is what it is. QYLD is close to 13% year to date. Well, I was looking at the iPhone here, the iPhone stock app, and I'm seeing, yeah, you're right, 12.61%. That is close to 13%. So what's the dividend payout for August? Because what you can do, you can take that, multiply by 12, and say that's like the projected dividend for the year. So anyway, all right. So so the yield curve is already inverted. So when they cut, it will revert back to normal. So then they just cut. If you follow the logic of the yield curve, or lack thereof, in some cases, um, if it just reverts back to normal, then if it's a telltale sign of a recession, all they got to do is just cut, and then it reverts back to normal. So what's the big deal? Anyway, all right. Oh, look who's on, Andre Biel. You're the second one. You missed first place on answering the question. So 17.97 cents for QYLD. So let's look at that real quick then. You saved me a screen share. All right, QYLD. I haven't talked about this one in a while. So let me see here. Oh, come on, I'm got fat fingers. Okay, QYLD 1786. Oh wow, that seems like almost at 10%. Hold on. All right, 1786. All right, so let's figure this out. So if it's 1797 times 12 divided by 1786, oh, it's still about 12% for the year. Seems like it's about 12% annualized. That's about what it's been historically, right? So, all right. FOMC and Papa Powell Wednesday expect a 25 basis point raise. How's that? At least one more this year. No cuts in 2023. Really? Well, by 2024 we'll be cutting for sure. But I wonder, like, do we need to cut? Like, if we just, we got the unemployment rate down to the lowest ever. We just, kind of like you change definitions of stuff when we need to. So, I don't know if we need to cut. The market's starting to roar back. By the way, I'm going to do a poll in you all's opinion, and you can comment here. Are we officially in a bull market again? Or are we just in a recovering bear market, or a bull run within a bear market? I feel like the market's kind of like almost back in a bull market. So, all right. So we read that one. I wonder if we can find a top 5 dividend position with the highest yield, but also growth potential. That's what everybody's trying to do, right? So we'll talk about a Discord, maybe. Okay. All right. So let's do this. Let me show you all the Discord link again. We'll go on a little backstage tour here for those of you that endured the first 13 minutes of this, which isn't too long. Usually I make you wait at least a half hour. But anyway, let's see here. Who is this? Oh, got a response from a text I sent like a week ago. That happens. All right. Okay, so this is a little bit of the backstage tour here. We're rolling in terms of subscribers. We're up to 2125, which is awesome. And let me show you all the community tab here. So let's see here. We're going to go to the main page here. And let's see. Okay. Let me go here to the main tab here. Come on. Okay. So, and then you're going to go to community tab. So my most recent, sometimes people miss, like, so the live streams are going to be under live on here. You got the home tab, you got videos, which videos are the ones that I've actually put out in advance. The last one I did was actually the audiobook, which I got some pretty good feedback on. So it either puts you to sleep, or you're able to follow it and follow along and, listen to the voiceover. So that's in the videos tab. Then we have shorts videos that are just like a minute or less, hence the name. And then we've got the live tab, which includes this live stream going on right now. And then we've got community tab, which is over here. And I'm going to scroll down and show you all. Hopefully this Discord link works. If not, I'll just paste the other one. So I post from time to time, I post different polls, different, audience engagement articles and whatnot. Sometimes I tease some of the subscribers, like we hit 125,000 views. I did a poll, which most of you love the Beto fund over this one, which I can see why, because it doesn't pay a dividend and it's not optionable. And then, oh, here's Discord. So the Discord link, let's just test it out, make sure it works, which I believe it does. Invite invalid. Oh, okay. So maybe that doesn't work. So then let me do this here. Let me try this. So I set up like 3 different, oh, look at this. Somebody's promoting another YouTube channel in my Discord. Oh, you know what? He's all right though. That's the engineer. That's one of the bigger channels on there. So, but typically, rule of thumb, like, promote another YouTuber on mine, So anyway, let me do this link here. Let me know if this. So we have like 29 of you. We haven't gained new people. It seems like in a couple days. So let me post this link. Let me see if this one works. Wow, 62 of you on. I guess you all must have missed me. You know what they say? Absence makes the heart grow fonder, right? Why do we keep on? Everybody loves this JEPI, JEPQ. I mean, they're not bad. I'll give you that. They're not bad, but I got out of them, better dividends to be had. I want to say it's like between 12 and 15%. The SPYI RSI is over 70. Oh, technical. Who cares about that? Just kidding. To me, it's setting up for a fail. Tell me I'm wrong. I mean, we may see a pullback. That's always a possibility, for sure. Oh, good evening to Michael Lorca here. Welcome. At Money in the Bank, JPI is so overbought, it's crazy. Probably, yeah. I don't know. Expect a drop, not just stocks, but crypto too. Well, we're gonna have like the Bitcoin halving coming up, so that's why I got a little bit into the Beto, because I thought it would be, at least within the next year. So I thought it would be a decent buy-in. Capture some of the upside of Bitcoin potentially without being in Bitcoin itself. Welcome to Jim Dixon. If you're new, subscribe if you haven't already. Now try this link. This is the link to Discord that I just posted here. So try this one for those of you that haven't joined. What I'll try to do, every live stream that I do, I'll try to point that out for you all. The yield on Beto is pretty good, actually. So let me look at that one. It's so good, I don't have it memorized, So Beto fund is 9.18%. So we're at 1550. We dropped a little bit today. I actually, in the Roth, I got a little bit of this. I used the smaller dividend I get over there to buy into that. So that's what I'm doing. And those of you, I had a couple of questions about like, Roth versus brokerage, even versus traditional. And I would say to that, not that there's any advice here, but like what I do, I mean, I just do them all, the Roth, if you're under 50, you can contribute like 6,500 a year. The traditional, which would be your 401k, you can contribute up to like 22,000. I say max them all out if you can, save as much as you can, because once that thing builds up, if you get employer matching, that thing starts compounding, you'll have a lot of money in there in 10 years. So if you're not where you want to be financially now, you can turn the whole ship around in 5 or 10 years. It just takes time. That's really, that's the trick, time. Grow the money over time and you'll be happy with where you are. Oh, somebody sold Beto for more clip. Okay, well, I guess you could do that. You improve your yield, certainly. I know here I am talking about, I'm like, oh, 12% is not great anymore. But I bought some of that because I do think we're going to see a run up in Bitcoin. But we will see for sure. 11.9%. Okay, that must be, we're, off by a couple percentage points, I guess. Or no, you're answering that. Okay, let's see what we got here. What's a calf market? Oh, actually, I had to think about that for a second. You're right. You're right. Because a bull is a the cow. That's funny. I saw a stock ETF that's designed to not decline, but always goes up. Yeah, give me the ticker. You're funny. Okay, just logged in. I skipped some comments up here. Oh, I did read that one. Okay. Yeah, that's funny. That's as funny as your picture there. Bubble still expected drop, not just stocks but crypto. I think we read that one. Okay. Let me see now. Let's see if this person responded to me. Oh, let's see. Let's see what they said here. On the way back. Oh, they're gonna try to. So I guess I'll just keep on going until they can make it. They had to go. They had to go do something. So, um, yeah, the channel is called Ant Boogie World, and we had like the same number of subscribers. So they're into investing. They subscribe to me. So we'll, I like to, and I extend that offer to anyone. Like if anybody ever wants to come on, just fans, you want to come on and debate or whatnot, you want to beat me up about the yield curve. I mean, be my guest. I'm happy to have any of you on. Like you can do audio, you can show your face if you want. Like all I got to do is send you the link. I could even, if I had 5 of you right now that said you want to come on, I could even post the link in the chat and you could join right now. But a lot of you tell me like you don't want to do that. You don't want to. You'd rather just comment in the comment section. So, Mori24, can JPI yield ever go up? Is it a consistent down over time? I was in these like a year ago. I kind of like was like, oh wow, at that time that was one of the best dividends I saw. But like a lot of you all, I kept learning about all these new funds on here. Like I learn with all of you all. It's a two-way street. So I liked that one like a year ago until I found even better yields. And yeah, he's right. It kind of is up and down. So, all right. Hoffman, with all the YieldMax choices, please, and I'm being sincere, why clip with a negative total return number? Other funds pay better dividends. Yeah, well, hey, I picked YieldMax over clip today with my dividend that I got. So we'll see how it goes. I'll let you know in about a year. Actually, we'll look back. We'll see how long this phenomenon lasts. Hoffman has become the big brother of your Discord wealth of knowledge. Yeah, he's great. I'm glad. We wouldn't have anything less in our subscriber base. So yeah, he's definitely an asset to the channel for sure. But yeah, and I did set up. You know what? Let me just go into the Discord. Actually, I meant to do that. Let me show, because some of you all use different names in there. But I'm starting to figure out who. Yeah, Grandpa Hoffman here, Mr. Gym owner. You taught me how lucrative owning gyms is. I figured with some of the behavior I saw, I figured sometimes they lose money. I mean, as often as they replace equipment. Don't get me going on that again, but I see the stupidest shit where I go. Like people, like they take the pin. I don't know if they think it's like a souvenir that they're going to sell on eBay for more money or what. I know they're not doing that because somebody that does that's not smart enough to think that way anyway, or they could be. You never know anymore. But I told you don't get me going on this, but like just you must, I would think, have to replace equipment a lot just based on what I see. Anyway, all right, are you buying AMZY tomorrow? If so, how much? Go big or go home? No, I'm gonna wait till earnings because first of all, I spent what I had in there on some more TSLY today. So I'm gonna just wait until earnings to kind of see what earnings do. Oh, one of my favorite names, Ghosts and Cars. How's that side hustle going? TSLY still looking strong at break even now. Wondering if it will drop tomorrow and better to buy back later. I've just kept buying. Honestly, what I did, I bought before the ex-dividend, so I got some more dividend, but then it dropped like $2. So it seemed cool at first, but then it looked a little dumb after the fact. But anyway, Mori24, is that your house? Nice. No, I'm staying with some relatives and everybody's home, so it's a little noisy. Oh, you have some stories. You should come on and tell us. You could even just do audio only. What makes a good podcast, a lot of times, most stuff you watch online is just it's just talking, but it's talking about stuff people are interested in. And I will tell you, there's a lot of interesting gym stories, um, for sure. I imagine you could probably talk for hours about that. AMZY indeed will be traded tomorrow. We've been waiting for so long. Poor NVDY, nobody seems to be talking about it anymore. Honestly, the one I feel that way about is the APLY one, which might actually be the most stable one. How's that one doing, by the way? Let's look. I'll probably buy AMZY before the X date. Well, we're going to probably be waiting. We probably won't get a dividend until August, I'm thinking. It's a similar story to how NVDY was when NVDY went public. But anyway, all right, well, let's look at the Discord here. And the next step's going to be a Patreon, because what I want to do with you all, you know, not to look at things just from a business standpoint, but, it's come to my attention that I might be leaving a little money on the table with this following. So, I got to get Patreon going. I got to get memberships going and whatnot. Discord's cool and all, but, you know, as Hoffman can relate, it's like a gym. You got to have paid memberships, right? So, all right. Speaking of, I don't think old men. Oh God, that does go on, but that's something I didn't want to talk about actually. You're absolutely right. Not something, not something that would be the first thing I would mention, but that absolutely does go on. Thank you for reminding me of that. Just what I wanted to be reminded of. I'm glad to know that's not just a Florida thing. How do these YieldMax funds perform in a bear market? We'll see. We'll see. Um, God, just bad visual, Hoffman. I know that there's so much behavior that goes on, just the shit people do. Anyway, um, all right. What was I gonna do now? Oh, we're up to almost 70 of you. We got to break our next record. I can't wait for 100. So, oh, Discord. Let me see. Let me pull up Discord here. My ear is burning. You all must be chatting away. Well, you are chatting away, but all right. Let's see here. Discord. Here we go. I see the kingpin here. Okay. I saw someone said, Hoffman, you should be the moderator on here. I don't know how to turn over the comm, but we could always do that someday. Let's see here. Okay, here's Discord. I actually haven't checked Discord in like a couple days here. So I see 26 offline, only 2 online, and look who has the crown, Mr. THB, of course, because I started it. Oh, you responded to me July 22nd. God, what's today? 24th. I did have quite the weekend, so, but yeah. Let's see here. Oh, you gave me some more good ideas here. You should start another subsection here in Discord strictly. Oh, I did read this. For questions for Jay, we can then choose the most articulate ones and create an actual outline for that video. That makes sense. Stay on topic. Go. Yeah. I did actually read that one. Like I said, my thing, and I'll give that one 100 emoji too. Let's see here. Good idea to buy 50K and clip 50K and oh, that's Varden. I think he named himself. He named himself a little different here, but we know who he is. No to clip. I know this from like 2 days ago. Wow, 47 new messages since since the last time I checked, which was Saturday afternoon. Was the last time I checked. Oh wow, some of you like really blew up the chat here. YieldMax has its place. Oh, that's a long one. Oh, that's a good name. I think you're subscribed on here. Drip Nation WW. That's a good name. Let me see now. Oh, I did read this. Well, you emailed me too, actually. That's good. See, you reach out to me multiple ways because that increases the chances of a response. I should take notes. I really should. Bought a small amount of SVOL. Oh, you mentioned that in here too. That's funny. Some of you are like double commenting. Easy D, I'm not sure who you are, but you're either using a different name than you use on YouTube, or I'm not sure. But hopefully we get more of you on. So I did start 3 sub channels on here, which I see we're starting to get some comments here. What I did to get the chat started, I just shared some of the best trades I've ever seen with options, which I probably should have saved stuff like that for Patreon, you know. But anyway, so there's that. There's the high dividend plays, which we've got some of you on, and then some of you posted. One of you posted this guy. He's been a YouTuber for a while. It's funny because I used to watch him before I ever started YouTubing. He's got a good options channel. I've probably been watching him since like 2019 or 2020. Um, he wasn't one of the ones there. You know, there were other YouTubers that I saw that actually said it's not something they said. It's just I was watching them like, I can do this too. Basically, that's I was watching a lot of this content, and I said I can do this too because I saw some of the money that some of these channels were making, and I'm like, I can do this too, you know. But it takes years to build up for sure. So anyway, all right, let me figure out what I'm going to do here. Ghost was thinking about it, being very cautious with it. Same day trades so far. With what? You're right. See, so I've read it twice. By the third or fourth time I read it, I'll actually do it, right? It's baby steps. Yeah, bad visual, bad visual. That does go on, like I said, but not something I wanted to think about. But there are certainly funny stories. My favorites, it's not so much that, but it's people, just the different things people do trying to use equipment. Like one person will, like, I guess they put their towel on it, so they claim it as theirs somehow, and then I just move it. Basically, I'm like, oh, you're gone. You're halfway across the gym. I'll just move it. Sometimes they say something, sometimes they don't. If they do, they're like, I was there. I'm like, I didn't see you. And then I'll just be like, well, I'll be done in a minute anyway. So, oh, welcome. Glad you could join too. Let's see. Need to see if I can get my margin rate down too high. What broker do you use and what do you pay? Rex shares. What are some of their tickers going to be? Finally home. Perfect. Perfect. So this is who we're going to have on. So let me, you know what? I'll do this. I don't care because most of you wouldn't join anyway. I'm going to post the link. Actually, I can do this. Let me send it to you. Let me send it to you separately first. So let me see if I can do a private chat with just one. No, you know what? I'll just do it here. And I don't care if somebody tries to join. I don't care. More people, the better. StreamYard.com. So let's see. X 8 MCG. Okay, so this is going to be the link to the StreamYard, Mr. Ant Boogie World. So try that, and then I'll add you on here, and then we can talk. You can, promote your channel, introduce yourself, whatever you want to do. Because I have a couple of subscribers on here that run channels themselves, and I'm all for that. Help each other out, promote your channel, whatnot. I know you're into investing, so we can talk about your investing journey. Whatever you want to say, it's up to you. But yeah, so there's that. FYI, Merrill Edge will not allow the purchase of YieldMax funds. Wonder why? Calabrese Auto Detail. Oh, are you like running a auto detail business? Do you happen to be in Florida, by the way? I actually need a good detail job done on my car. I see a lot of these like mobile detailing places popping up. All right. Okay, so while we're T-Jewel is the ticker for what? Hold on, let me respond to this here. Ah, a little bit of a drive. Oh well. I know what FYI means. I don't know what the deal is trying to specify that, but Merrill Edge, like what broker is Merrill Edge? Oh, I'm sorry. Let me actually read your comment. Your name caught my attention, and I've been adding to the YieldMax funds with the income I make from my own options trading, usually put call credit spreads. Good for you. Join the Discord if you haven't already. And then what we can do, we can have you share some of your great trades on there. Let me know what you think. All right. So we have our guest. So this is, let's see here.
Hey, what's up, man?
How's it going? Welcome. So this is
I'm
Andy
good.
Boogie World. Cool name.
Thanks, man. Thanks,
Yeah.
thanks, thanks.
So yeah, I noticed because sometimes subscribers that have another channel, they show up in the analytics, and so I was like, oh, okay, this guy has another channel. So
Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
Well, as I said, my channel is more based in entertainment and doing like performances, dances, because I'm a choreographer. And
Oh, okay,
yeah, I've been a dancer and choreographer for about 25 years. I teach
okay.
dance. I've danced for different artists, like Madonna,
Oh,
Jay-Z. So
nice.
I've
So
worked
you've
with
met some big
some,
names.
yeah, I work with big names, but
Yeah.
I was really late to investing because I'm 41 now, but
Okay.
I was in my 20s. I wish someone had, when I was actually touring and wasting a lot of money on stuff that's not important,
Yeah, that
was teaching
happens.
me about to invest. But now that I'm investing, I love it. And personally, I'm more of I have a growth account, but
Hmm.
I do more income. So that's
Okay.
why I started looking at a lot of different stuff like the yield maxes and stuff like that, cover call ETFs
Hmm.
to get my hands on. And I also read the Income Factory by Steve Barata,
Oh yeah.
with
And then you
that.
found this channel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I like to find people that kind of, move in the same type of direction I'm moving in. I got kind of annoyed with a lot of the groups that was in on Facebook because everyone always, pounds growth, and nothing's wrong with that, but there's always alternative methods of investing that.
Not just that, but they're always people on there sell stuff, or they're trying to sell stuff all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they're giving you their perspective. And for me, I was like, once I had this idea about income investing when I first started, but I didn't have enough confidence
Yeah.
because not many people were speaking the same language of income investing when I started. So I kind of
Right.
fell back from it.
Hmm.
And I actually jumped in. I was so mad at myself. I jumped in at TSLY about like 12 something, 13.95. And
Oh,
then,
good buy-in. Yeah.
yeah, but then when it dropped to 44 cents that next month, I got scared and sold
44
out.
cents. Oh, the
Yeah,
dividend.
the
Yeah,
dividend
that's
dropped
right.
to,
I was in on that too.
was on
Yeah.
that. Yeah, it scared me. And instead of just sticking true to my income strategy, I got a little weird, sold out, and then it shot up. And then it went like to
Yeah.
88 cents the next month. I got back in, and so I'm gonna keep riding in and keep what I do is I buy in small increments just to
Mhm.
that way I don't get too caught off guard. I remember one time I spent a large amount on PFLT. I don't know if you ever heard of that.
No, I gotta look that. I someone mentioned it on here.
Yeah, PFLT, Penning Park floating rate. I think they're really good. 19 years straight of a consistent dividend.
Oh,
Haven't
Pennant
made.
Park floating rate, 11.27% yield.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Pretty consistent. It was 9.5 cents for about 13, 14 years, and then it jumped to 10.25. And it's
Mhm.
like I said, for me, I like stability. Like
Yeah.
even though I like to have these high yielders that are very, very gonna like supercharge your account, I like
Mhm.
to keep stuff like the mains and the O's and stuff like that keeps, no matter what, I'm still building that income factory
Mhm.
flow. So I'm just glad to find a channel like this. I like that. I like how down to earth you are, and you don't seem to like try to be too I would say egotistical about your picks and stuff like
Yeah.
that, and that's always fun to watch. So
Yeah.
yeah, I subscribed and say I'm gonna keep checking things out.
Awesome. So it's funny because I guess the channel's starting to make the rounds a bit. So like when you were searching for this stuff, like did it come up closer to the top of the
Yeah, I
list?
think it came like I would type in like income investing, or
Uh-huh.
I would type in actually like TSLY or NVDY, different
Mhm.
stuff, and your videos will start popping up. And I'll tell you what threw me off for a while. I didn't think you were who you were because you would respond to my messages, but I didn't notice your newest videos only come up in your lives. They don't come up in your video.
And I actually mentioned that earlier because yeah, I've just been doing all live streaming for the last like 6 months, but I
Yeah.
have other videos that I used to like pre-record and post them on there. So
Yeah, I seen those, and I didn't think that was. I thought someone was spamming me because I'm like, wait, I seen this guy's account. It was a live video. He was speaking, but this video seems more. But I saw the logo was the same, so I was like, wait a minute, because there is a guy on Instagram called the Dividend Monster. I don't know if you've heard of him.
Yeah.
He has a lot of people on Instagram that like try to be him, and they'll try to get your account and stuff like that. Some weird stuff. So I was like, let me just make sure this is the same guy. So yeah, it is.
I still try to respond to every comment I get. It's getting harder, but yeah.
How long have you been doing this? The live feeds?
Well, I started the channel in 2021, and then the lives I've been doing because I saw other YouTubers doing StreamYard and stuff, and once I realized how easy it was, I'm like, I could just do this. I can just go live,
Yeah.
How
and what's your favorite? I think TSLY's. Since I've been watching, it seems like it's been your favorite. I heard you mention APLY earlier. I got a little bit of them all, just so I can be kind of like in the mix. But I do like the fact that APLY has seemed to be the most doesn't really drop or go up too high. It kind of stays consistent as of now.
That's the one. It doesn't excite everyone as much, but it does. Like it's very stable. It seems like
they're not excited because they done seen the grass is greener on some of the other ones. But
because like for me, like if I can just buy more TSLY, for one, it's cheaper. Like people keep asking about Clip on here. It's cheaper, and you get a better dividend. So it's like this point, I'm kind of spoiled by this. I don't care about these other funds,
Well, you probably your account's probably bigger than mine, but I'll tell you where I got burned before is when I used to get excited about certain stuff like this, I had to always try to keep myself back because the only thing that catches you off guard is if something goes wrong with that one account, that one security, you're gonna be beating yourself in the head. Whereas if you spread it out, you might not get the same dividend, but I look at it this: long as something's paying consistently, long as it doesn't stop paying or doesn't like say we're not going to pay you anymore at all, I like it. For me, I tell people I throw the money that I put into my income factory, money that I don't expect to get back. Like that's just money that I look at is now just building the cash flow. I don't look at it like, oh, I have this amount in and I'm up 10% on it. Yeah, if I'm up 10%, great. But that also means that those stocks are more expensive to get. So
exactly, yeah.
It's like a catch. It's like a back. That's why I like PFLT. It's like if it stays within the same price point and pays you a consistent dividend, that's like the sweet spot. I feel.
For sure, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, my story finding these funds, like I just stumbled across them. Like it was subscribers that were commenting about them, and
okay.
All of a sudden, I had this sense. I'm like, oh, this is good. Like there's something here, And then
I forgot. I think I found it just by looking around too, because I always keep dibbling and noticing. Let me look up any more income stocks that are coming out. So I'm noticing within the last couple of years, with the different strategies these funds are coming out with, a lot of different things are coming out. They didn't have this 10, 12 years ago. Like even back when Robinhood came out, that changed the game, giving us free trading. So
yeah, definitely.
Are you excited for the Amazon?
AMZY, yeah, that's tomorrow. AMZY? We were just talking about that actually. I'm probably going to join in on that after earnings.
Okay.
I'm going to wait till it might drop, might fluctuate a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just to be a fanboy. I'm thinking I'm gonna just buy one just to say
one share.
Like, oh,
I've done that. Yeah, I did that with Clip just because the audience just kept talking about it. Like, oh, the dividend's coming out tomorrow.
That's the China ETF, right?
Yeah.
I have a couple of that.
Oh, do you?
I got that. I've got a little bit of BTO. I've got SVOL. I've got I try to grab anything that can give me a consistent div. PFLT. I'm gonna sell out of my. I said this before, but I'm gonna sell out most of my JEPI and start moving that around to different funds that are just giving me a high div.
I did that too. Yep.
Is there any one of them that burned you that you don't like, that caught you like really like?
The only one I'm really in is TSLY, and it's been dropping a little bit, but honestly, I've had worse luck with just individual stocks that pay dividends, like AT&T. Like I'm down.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. And Verizon was supposed to be like a stable growth stock, and it's dropped like 20%. I'm like, what the
Yeah.
heck happened? You
Yeah,
know?
that
Yeah.
that I tell people that when they try to throw the growth, I'm like, well, also a lot of people have to understand not everyone's in the same financial tax bracket. So like
Mhm.
someone that might not need to have income right now
Yeah.
can worry about that later. Some people might need some now. Because I have a friend that's in one of the dividend groups I'm in. She's like 68, right? She's a lot
Yeah.
older than me. She's
Mhm.
not worried about any growth whatsoever. She
Right.
needs extra money now.
The
So
income. Yeah.
what would you consider yourself?
More so, I like the income at this point.
Income? Yeah, yeah.
The,
Would you
the real draw to it is getting like replacing your like full time income with dividends. That's something like I've always wanted to do, and it seems
yeah.
like with these funds, at least right now, that's possible to do that very quick.
Yes, it
Yeah,
is. Especially if you have good capital. What I
yeah,
did was I'm not touring anymore with different artists, but I still have my own dance company. So what I do now is I make all my payments go through my dance company. So I technically with my investments don't pay any taxes.
Oh wow, nice. Yeah,
Like
I would.
technically
As
I
this
don't.
channel grows, I'd set up an LLC and stuff and
Yeah,
do
get it
some
going,
more of that.
right?
Yeah,
Nah, definitely that's the way to go.
yep,
Well, I don't want to take up too much of your time and your viewers' time, but I'm definitely going to be here each time you're putting up some videos, watching, supporting. I like the community here. I like the
yeah,
energy. And you
sounds
see
good.
me,
Yeah,
I was talking a little trash to your guy you had on here I think it was last
what was
night,
it,
or
Andre?
but the Andre, the one that's like really, he's got like the spreadsheet of how
Oh yeah,
this
he's
thing's
he's
all gonna
almost
go
done with
down.
that. Yep, yep.
Well, here's the thing. I told my girl when I watched the video, I said, what stock hasn't gone down?
Right.
Every
That's
stock
true.
goes
Yeah.
down. Like
Yeah, they go down,
they
they
go
go up.
up, they
Yeah,
go down, they
exactly.
go up. You just got to find your sweet spot and
Yep.
not throw in maybe your whole life savings at one point, and
Mhm.
so
True, true.
so but yeah,
So
so
your channel is the same name as what you have
yeah,
here?
so if you guys
Okay.
want to check out any of my dance classes, any of my choreography, any of my like funny videos, you can check me out on Ant Boogie World
Yeah.
.com/YouTube. It'll take you right to my YouTube channel. And yeah,
Cool. Yeah.
you guys like to watch some dance stuff.
Well, I've always every time I see a channel, I've always, invited any channel that subscribes on, but it's rare
Yeah.
that somebody like actually takes me up on the offer.
Well, listen, I'm
Yeah.
all about being in different type of crowds and
Yeah,
mixing it up and getting diverse. So
for
there
sure.
might
Yeah.
be something, something on your channel that I like. There might be something on my channel people like, and
Yeah.
so yeah,
Yeah. All
I'm
right.
gonna
Well,
be
thanks for
here.
coming
Be
on.
here,
Yeah.
man. Of course.
All right. Yeah. Take care.
All right, you guys. See you later.
All right. See ya. All right. So that was fun. Let's see. We got a lot of comments here. Okay. Someone wanted me to look into this one, this T Jewel. Let's see here. Um, Innovator ETFs, US equity principal. I'm not sure what this one is actually. That's got to be the strangest chart I've seen. Um, but yeah, okay, so that one, all right, T Jewel, that's what it's called, 24.89 a share. So okay, read that one. Oh, Merrill Edge is Bank of America. Okay, Ninja Trader. Never tried Ninja Trader, honestly. He gave his opinion on Clip. So Parker R picked up lots more SVOL this morning and pleased with the strong close. Yeah, I would probably, if I had like a lot more money in the portfolio, I'd probably buy it back into SVOL. But yeah, Interactive Brokers is probably the cheapest. Never tried Ninja. Yeah, that's the one I still have to follow up on. With they've got have like $200 of my money. What are your thoughts? Oh, who's this? William Swingle. What are your thoughts on buying Beto and hedging with BITI with the same dollar amount and collect the divvy on Beto, but don't drip at the divvy, but use it to buy more TSLY? Let me read that again. Buying Beto, hedging with BITI and the same dollar amount, collect the dividend on Beto, don't drip. You could do that. Yeah, you could do that. I know you're not asking me. I'd just forget Beto, buy more TSLY. Well, I bought a little bit in the Roth IRA. Okay, OARK is the one no one talks about, and APLY. Well, I talk a little bit about. Oh, you know what? I just figured out you changed your name again. You shortened the other part, so now you're just ABM. All right. So how long will you go with this name? Another week or so? Has he read the book Income Factory by Stephen Bavera? What book is that? Thanks, Hoffman. Check them out. By the way, like I've told you all, so I just had him on, he's got a channel and stuff. So my offer is open to anyone that ever wants to come on, debate, whatever. But very few of you actually take me up on that. Robinhood is about half the price of TD. I have TD, but don't trade on margin. Beto's not reliable. Yeah, maybe not. That's what I'm doing. One share of AMZY. Oh yeah, good for you. Let's see. I'm in PFLT also with over 1,000 shares. It's been consistent. Oh, okay. Well, good for you. I've actually not heard of that till recently. T is where money goes to die. It's been that way for years. Talk about a falling knife. Yeah, for sure. That was one of my first dividend stocks, actually. DCA on T, sell covered calls. Hope they get called away. I did a little bit of that, actually. Too fat to dance. Yeah, that was good. Yeah, glad you all liked that. That was good. Yeah, great. Yeah, absolutely. I like for us fellow YouTubers to collaborate when we can. Mike Lorca, that's sweet. Can't wait to get to that level. Oh yeah. So you're commenting on there. Yeah. Well, that was good. Okay. So anything else anyone wants to? Let's see. ABM. That is true. That is true. Okay. All right. Well, that was a good stream, everyone. Like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. And I'll try to be back. Probably not tomorrow. Probably not Wednesday. This might be Thursday at this point. So, or we'll see. We'll see how it goes. But I'm going to try to get one out soon, within the next couple of days. So thank you all for tuning in. Take care. Have a good evening. Remember that Discord link. See you all later. Take care.